lot of people putting in time and effort here on the campus of Butler University to make this a big-time Final Four experience. And right off the tip, it is Villanova getting it rolling. Here's Ashley Owusu, 18 points per game. She gets shut out in the paint. This is Lucy Olsen, who we featured, the third leading scorer in the nation, over 23 points per game. And the lane poked away, and Penn State's defense comes up with the first turnover. Inside, Penn State, easy money. That is Shania Pinto.
And a really good job by Pinto. She had the size advantage over Lucy Olsen, sealed her early, and then got the easy two.
Three ball rattling in and out for Bella Runyon, the 5'11", fourth-year senior. She has really been heating up offensively as of late. Owusu driving, too strong. Bunny won't go. And I believe it's last off of Villanova. Point-blank look for Owusu. She'll knock that in most of the time.
And normally she does finish those. So good at driving to the basket and strong. You see there, she initiated the contact. She's got to finish a little bunny inside.
Her upper body strength, she can play through contact. Makes her really dangerous as a point guard. Yes, she's 6 feet. The grad student is a point guard, and here she is handling. Swings it cross court. Leilani Kapanis getting in. She'll finish in the lane. And Penn State will pressure. Starting in the 2-2-1 full court press. Oriole, three ball, wide open, Kansas.
And you gotta attack pressure with pressure. Really nice ball movement there by the Wildcats to find Oriole for a nice catch and shoot three in rhythm.
Gotta love Caitlin Oriole. She got the bucket right off the tip and now already has an early 5, which is right about her season average, 5.8 points per game. Owusu, mid-range jumper, tough shot, won't go. There is Caitlin Oriole. 5'10" junior gives way to Olsen. Step back three, too strong. Marisa able to track that one down. Penn State wants to run. Brigham shovels it to Owusu on the cut and off the front rim. Can't get it to go.
And she's working so hard. I mean, that off-the-ball cut, perfect timing. Again, she's got to focus on finishing a little bit more. But for Penn State, you're getting the looks that you want. It's high percentage looks in the lane.
Here's Runyon. That three ball off the back iron. And Leilani Kapanis clears it and pushes it. Marisa. The jumper won't go. Jones, her three ball rattling in and out, so a lid on both hoops to start this WBIT Final Four. Here's Kapanis up and under, good move, draws contact. And that will go against Caitlin Oriole.
So Penn State known to mix up their defenses, little full court pressure, beautiful skip pass there from Olsen, and then Oriole ready to knock it down. And that's how you attack pressure with pressure. Use the pass, make the ball the fastest object on the floor, and then knock down shots. It forces teams to get out of that press.
So Kapanis, 5'10" redshirt junior out of Madison, Wisconsin. All Big Ten defense. Nails the first. women's basketball up against Caitlin Clark, the nation's leading scorer, in Iowa at 7 Eastern. And then Paige Beckers in UConn taking on the freshman phenom Juju Watkins in SC. The last 2 spots in the Final Four on the line tonight. And we've got good matinee action for you here from Indianapolis, Indiana, and Hinkle Fieldhouse. Whistle away from the ball. Coach Keeger looking in. Oh, quick trigger. Penn State not ready on the baseline out of bounds play.
Good execution by Villanova. And that's what they do. They play smart, high IQ basketball. They'll catch you slipping if you're not watching.
There's Kapanis, defender losing her feet, dumped down low, pretty reverse, put in by Allie Brigham, a 6'4" senior.
Kapanis with a nice move off the dribble, and then Brigham does a good job of finishing with that little reverse.
So Penn State, after a slow offensive start, now takes the 1-point lead. Lucy Olson is yet to be involved offensively. The nation's 3rd leading scorer kicks it on the baseline to Runyon, who drills her first 3 of the night.
Well, Lucy Olson attracts so much attention that when she's at her best, she's also one of the best passers in the game as well. Oh, great defense, though, to track back and intercept that pass, Soden.
3 ball, no good. Onto the floor is Shea Chesky, the 5'7" sophomore. Sharp shooter. You do not want to leave her open, but couldn't get the first one to go. Here's Runyon now taking off, trapped on the baseline. So kicked, Burke has it onto the floor, right at the shot clock, had to let it go, no good.
Good defensive possession, though, for the Lady Lions. I thought they were everywhere. They rotated well, and then most importantly, contested the shot and finished with the rebound.
That one a bit too strong for Jayla Oden. Substitute onto the floor for Penn State. And now Lucy Olson, just 1 field goal attempt in the first 6+ minutes of the game.
Yeah, but you know what, Elise? She's gotten other teammates involved, and they've knocked down shots, and so she doesn't have the pressure right now of scoring the basketball. She's been a good facilitator early.
Penn State wanting to push. Great take. Pretty finish, her 2nd of the game for Jayla Oden, the 5'8" junior out of Baltimore.
That was nifty there by Oden. Went right across the basket, and then Penn State forces a turnover as Lucy Olson steps over the line trying to pass the ball.
Thank you, Myron. Ironically enough, Lucy Olson and Ashley Owusu, the 2 leading scorers for each team, have yet to get a bucket. Other people stepping up. One of those, Jayla Oden, can't get the tough one to go off the window. So Olson on top. Just 1 shot attempt for her. Down low to Oriole, denied. Beautiful block from Grace Hall. 6'2" redshirt sophomore getting off the ground quickly.
And she was just right place, right time here on the rotation. Keeps her hands, I like to say, to the light, straight up. Great defense there by Hall. Beautiful block.
Last touch off of the Lady Lions, so Nova has it with 13 on the shot clock. Oriole already has 5 points. Takes it strong to the dish. No good. Allie Campbell onto the floor now, the 6' redshirt junior, 22 for Penn State. And the 3 ball rattles out for Owusu.
Great job by Lucy Olson there to attack the defensive rebound and then draw the foul.
So Grace Hall will He whistled for the personal. No foul trouble yet. Nobody with more than one personal. Really clean game. Just 2 fouls against Penn State, 1 against Nova here with 2.5 minutes to go in the first. Olsen, strong take, rattles out.
I was waiting on that, though. I felt like Lucy Olsen has just the quicker foot speed than her defender and really should have drove and attacked.
Owusu had a crease in the defense, loses the handle, and then trapped in the corner, called for the walk.
And another good defensive situation from Lucy Olsen. She went there and just doubled the ball instinctively and then forced the travel.
So a quick sub coming.
Also for Penn State.
Coach Keeger for Penn State wants to get Leilani Kapanis back in there. All Big Ten defensive performer, all Big Ten honorable mention. As they will extend that pressure, this time player to player. Owusu tipped it. Oriole able to recover. But not this time. Kapanis takes it away, one-on-one. Lucy Olsen, and she lost control of the ball, called for the carry. That is a break for Villanova because Kapanis had a lane.
Yeah, a bit sloppy on both sides there. And that last possession, Lucy Olsen just tried to catch the ball with one hand and couldn't corral it, right? Sometimes it's just as simple as catching with two, the little things, the details.
Full court pressure. Zanai Jones has it, the 5'6" junior out of Jersey City. A lot of East Coast represented on Villanova's roster. Cross court, Bren McCurry had a point-blank look, it wouldn't go. The lid remains on both hoops.
Yeah, Elise, really good drive there from McCurry. I mean, she drove the long closeout, just didn't finish, and then a bit out of control there is Kapanis.
So substitutions coming on again. Shania Pinto back on to the floor, who will check Olsen here, at least momentarily in this press. She will stay with her, the 6'1" grad student getting the assignment of Lucy Olsen right now. And so far, Olsen has not had a lot of clean looks. 3-ball, McCurry nails it.
Really nice shot by McCurry. I like the setup play just to get her off of that quick screen. She found some daylight and shot the ball with confidence.
McCurry, just a true freshman. She's been coming on strong. Marisa, deep three, all net.
She does not need much time or space to get it off, is Marisa. Quick trigger.
And that one was not toes on the line. That was well off the line.
This is a good defensive matchup here. One of the best defenders on this team for Penn State is Pinto guarding Lucy Olsen. Pinto, very athletic, very long. She's a good frame as well.
Olsen averaging 23 points per game, 0 so far with under 30 seconds to go in the first. She is triple teamed in the corner. Ball swings, Runyon doesn't get the shot off in time. Thought she had maybe a look at 3, but put the ball on the floor.
And that's a bit uncharacteristic of Bella Runyon. She's a senior, but here on the other end, little pitch and play action. Marisa again, quick trigger, had some space behind the 3. Good play call there from Coach Keeger as well.
Penn State will shuffle subs in and out to keep bodies fresh. They go hard, they go full court defensively. So Shea Chesky, the 5'7" sophomore out of Buffalo, back on to the floor. And here with 16 seconds to go in the first, Penn State can look for the last shot if they want. Owusu taking off, loses the handle. Time for Jones at the buzzer, you bet. Little exclamation point on the end of the first of adrenaline. You're in the Final Four on national television. How much is it just the environment and getting some nerves out early, Isis?
Yeah, absolutely. New gym, different lights. You know, you had to travel to get here. And again, it's late in the season, so legs, fatigue. Just think both teams maybe have just needed the first 10 minutes to settle in, really.
Chesky's putting that pivot foot down and then it takes off, gets fouled. And they will say in the act, so she will head to the foul line for a pair. Chesky, the 5'7" sophomore. All Big Ten honorable mention. She is a three-point sniper, 74 made threes this season. And she drills the first. The 22nd annual McDonald's High School All-American Girls Game tomorrow on ESPN2 at 6:30 Eastern. Then at 9 on ESPN, we'll have the 47th annual Boys Game, both from the Toyota Center in Houston. It's the top players in the East versus the West, both also available on the ESPN app. Gosh, so much young talent in terms of freshmen in the game of basketball. Juju Watkins, Hannah Hidalgo. I mean, the list goes on and on. But then you get to see next year's crop in the McDonald's All-American game. Let's go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the Jujus and the Hannah Hidalgos of the world, Michaela Williams as well, like they have made it so that this game people are watching to say, who's the next freshman class that's going to come in and take the country by storm?
Yeah, they did not take long to become stars. First team All-Americans for both Hidalgo and Juju. Of course, Juju in action tonight against Paige Beckers in UConn. That jumper rattling out, so Penn State with the lead in the ball. Caroline Keeger saying she wanted her team to take better care of the basketball. They got stripped, gave the ball away 5 times. Chesky in rhythm, nails the jumper.
I like Chesky's game. She does a little bit of everything. Obviously, she's mainly a three-point scorer, but when you pressure her up and try to take away the three, she can also put the ball on the floor and score. Watch how she gets to her pocket here off the pull-up. 1-2, nice and in rhythm before the defense can collapse.
Averaging just under 12 points a game is Chesky, the 3rd leading scorer for Penn State. Here's Runyon with those long arms, the length, 5'11" guard in her 4th year. Olsen, jitterbug, pull-up, jumper is true, tough make.
Well, that's what Lucy Olsen does for this team. She takes tough shots and then makes them. And again, her mid-range game, when she gets into that, that's when you can tell that she is really in rhythm. Good defense and then rebound, and Wildcats are on the run a little bit.
That was the first bucket of the game for Olsen, trying to make it 2 in a row, and she does. 5 straight points for Olsen.
The 3rd best scorer in the country. She scores in bunches.
She had just 2 shot attempts in the first 10 minutes. It's like she was trying to facilitate, really, and give the ball up.
Well, and sometimes that's what happens with, main players of teams, right? You look at Villanova Wildcats, Lucy Olsen is the first person that you're focusing on the scout. So she gets a lot of attention.
Chesky kicks it out. Kapanis, use the window and in. She'll take it.
Sometimes just got to wait till the last second to get a wide open shot. Good to great shot selection there from the Lions.
Kapanis shoots it at 40% from deep. That's her 25th made 3 of the season. Olsen, shovel pass, great cut and finish. That's Christina Dulce, the 6'2" junior.
And a great job by Dulce to move without the basketball after she set that screen, making herself available.
Quick 3 from Marisa. Olsen with some space. Works on Chesky and poked away. Good defense by Penn State. Kapanis, quick off the floor. Had a soft touch, wouldn't roll in.
I just want Kapanis, if you're gonna pull up there that close to the basket, find an angle to use the glass. The glass is your friend.
Even straight on, I think it's sometimes easier to use the glass. Great pass, Runyon on the cut to Oriole.
I've really loved watching Oriole play this year, Elise. Like, she has just been so critical to the success of Villanova. She was off the bench, and then when they lost Maddie Weber, she had to insert to the starting lineup, but she's just solid.
Some back and forth action here in the 2nd quarter. I think the nerves are now gone. Kapanis, bounce pass, down low. Brigham is checked. And here's Olsen. Another cut from Oriole. The left hand won't go. Into the lane, in traffic. Would have been a tough take for Odin, and she left that one short. Neither team wants to pull up and run offense right now. They've been content to get out and try to run. Skip pass. 3 ball. No good. It's Maddie Burke. Couldn't get it to go. She has been red hot for Villanova in this WBIT tournament. Into the corner. The hook shot. Let's bring it out. We're in the historic field house here inside Hinkle.
That is nifty from Shea Chesky. The drive straight across the paint, and then how about the touch when your body is going in the opposite direction? Cannot wait to see that replay.
I'm loving that. That was an old school hook shot from the guard, just 5'7". And we've got a whistle right now to the medical staff for Penn State. But it's not something you ever want to see. Just didn't look like she took contact on that end of the floor.
I just definitely hope she's okay.
So we will give you an update when we can on Jayla Odin and make sure she's okay. We did hear that there's been a flu bug that's been going around. So much travel for this time of year for these teams as we are now April 1st, April Fool's Day.
I was waiting to run a joke on you later. Still May, still May.
All right, now you warned me. Now
yep.
I'm good now. I see you. You can't come after me. Three ball on the way, too strong. And a rebound opportunity out of the hands of Pinto. Olsen changing direction. Now kicks it to Jones, and she'll retreat. Jones thought about it and then just lost the handle and will be called for the whistle.
Yeah, and that's where Jones honestly has to shoot the basketball. She is a 28% three-point shooter, but she catches the ball wide open on the three. That's Villanova's offense. Shoot the ball with confidence. She hesitated and then turned the ball over.
So Penn State has shuffled through a lot of different players. 2 of their 22 points currently on the floor, but you would expect Ashley Owusu, the ball in her hands, to get heated up at some point. She averages 18 a game.
How about the defense from Lucy on the block?
And now Nova has it. Fadeaway, short, didn't have enough legs on that one.
A bit too tough of a shot there for Lucy. I thought they could have pulled the ball out, ran the offense, got something better. You can get that shot anytime.
Again, Owusu gets it stripped. The strong hands of Oriole. Runyon into the lane, and will draw the foul.
Foul's on Penn State, number 10, Shia Pinto. And it's her first team.
Good defense here by the Wildcats. Oriole just gets her hands on the ball, strips Owusu, and then quickly down the floor is Runyon, and called for the block there. Called for the block is Pinto.
I don't think it was actually called for the block, but a block. She got all
A
ball,
block. Yeah,
but
I was gonna
it was
agree.
with the body.
Yes, correct.
And those as a player are the ones that frustrate you. I got all ball. But you also, that lower part comes into play.
As a player, we never foul. It's not really us. It's always the referees who get it wrong. Yeah, exactly. Bella Runyon been a very consistent senior for this team. 5.7 rebounds. And then has picked up her scoring here in the WBIT. Again, that's that postseason action, especially from seniors. You know, when you're thinking about it's all laying on the line, last time you're going to put on some of these uniforms, you want to give it all you've got. She's picked up her scoring here in WBIT.
She has had an outstanding season, certainly lately. And contact in the lane, and they will say that that ball last off of Ashley Owusu. And Both players tumbling to the deck, and it's going to be a turnover.
Sorry, Elise. Owusu's game, though, is in the mid-range. You know, it's getting downhill. I see the opportunity to post up, but you got to make your move quickly. I think she took too long, and then Oriole read the defense and was great and anticipated. I'd like to see them getting her all the ball screen action, though, a little bit more rather than posting up.
The defense has been stellar by Nova on Owusu. She's 0 of 6 and 3 turnovers, has yet to score, and she averages 18 points per game. Good movement from Nova, but the short jumper from the baseline, no good from Olsen. Kappen is spinning, got Olsen in the air and then rejected. Dulcie getting up and with emphatic.
Dulcie, one of the best shot blockers in the Big East. Enjoyed watching her do that all season. And then good one-on-one post touch there, just not able to finish. But I like that they went to her after she had the big defensive possession.
You get blocks like that, you earn some touches on the other end. Marisa around the screen, and a moving screen is called.
Well, here is Dulcie on the block. Olsen does a good job, and she just gets every piece of that. Great timing on the help defense. And on the other side, this is Bella Runyon. That right there, she forced that turnover. Just continue to run through the ball on the handoff. You want to blow up handoffs, and there she forced the turnover.
That was the second foul on the sharpshooter, Chesky. She's going to have to take a seat.
Which hurts because she's been the predominant bench scorer for the Lady Lions early. She just gives them a little bit of pace and more dimensions offensively.
Olsen gets fouled on the jumper, fading away. So Allie Brigham trying to lay off, but Cardinal Sin fouling that jump shooter. That would have been a tough make.
Lucy draws a few of those every game. She almost reminds me of Asia Wilson in that way. Like when she gets to her pull-up, if you get too close, she's going to shoot it and bank on you fouling her and getting to the free throw line.
Well, and she loves the foul line. That's her 158th attempt of the season, and she's an 80% foul shooter. And boy, look at her numbers in the tournament. She's been great.
Very consistent, good field goal percentage as well. 12 of 21, 12 of 23. And she's getting together today. You feel her like in the second quarter, she's really started to find her stride offensively. They found her in better spots, and she's connected.
0 points in the first quarter, 7 here in the second. Over the top, great pass. Kapanis can't finish, and then it gets stripped away. Quick hands by Olsen. They have been pesky, just getting in there all game so far.
Olsen, Oriole, they do good on just getting their hands on the basketball as you're looking to go up and finish. I call it swipe or no swiping. Just good at that little swipe.
Oh, the windshield wiper just getting in there. Here's Runyon, deep three, no good.
Now Villanova has done a good job of getting back in transition defense, and I was waiting for Owusu to start to really force the issue a bit in transition. She also thrives when she can go coast to coast.
For Owusu, this is her first free throw attempts of the game. She has not scored yet. This is a dynamic talent. Started her career at Maryland, was there for 3 years, transferred to Virginia Tech last year, and then now in her final stop at Penn State. She was second team all Big Ten this season.
Give you an example how much she gets to the free throw line. She's done that more than anyone on her team, and she's only played in 15 games.
It's incredible. This is the 86th annual National Invitation Tournament. And once again, we'll have the semifinals tomorrow night live from Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. On the men's side, Utah taking on Robbie Avila and Indiana State at 7 Eastern, and then it's Georgia Seton Hall at 9:30 on ESPN2. Both games available on the ESPN app. All kinds of hoops here in Indiana, the hotbed for basketball.
Seton Hall men's basketball team is so fun to watch. I'm a Jersey girl, so I try to stay connected to those teams. Shaheen Hall and done a good job there at the coaching spot.
I ran into a couple of them in the hotel last night. They said, representing Jersey.
Something about us. We can't go anywhere without letting you know where we're from.
Shot clock winding down. Olsen fading away on the three, and Penn State handles the board. 12 seconds until halftime. It's been a good game so far, tight. No team has really gone on any big runs. Marisa into the lane, and they will not get the rebound attempt off in time after the miss. So it is Villanova 27% for Penn State, and Ashley Owusu, who averages 18 a game, didn't have a made field goal, just 2 free throws. How do they get her going?
Again, ball screen action. I mean, she's so dangerous when she can get an advantage. So whether it's one-on-one or ball screen action, getting to her mid-range game, she's got one of the best pull-up jumpers I've seen in the country, but we haven't seen it here today.
Here is Owusu.
And then also, Elise, I think Allie Brigham needs to get more touches in the paint. Coach Keeger talked to us about how consistent she's been, what she can do on the block. They need high percentage looks for her inside.
Taken away, trying to lob it. Instead, Dulcie just snagging it midair. It's the 3rd steal of the game for Villanova to go with 7 blocks. Getting the start of the second half, Maddie Burke. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be last off of the Lady Lions. And Myron Metcalf with an update from the sideline. Myron?
Yeah, Denise Dillon said Lucy has to be more aggressive, especially in the middle of the floor off that ball screen action, but doesn't need to see any drastic changes from her team. And then talking to Carolyn, she said they got to get more paint touches to be more effective on the offensive end, and has to play more consistent defense as well.
Thank you, Myron. Good execution on the baseline out of bounds play. Olsen with another jumper. Chesky working her way into the lane, but can't get it to go. Chesky did not get to play a lot of minutes in the second quarter, had 2 personals. Oriole shuffling the feet inside a crowded painted area, and Penn State will take over.
This is a Penn State team that averages 83 points per game and did not get to 30 in the first half. Gives you an idea of the defense that the Wildcats are playing, but also just the struggles and how this game looks a bit uncharacteristic of the Lady Lions. And another turnover, something Coach Keeger told us they needed to eliminate, and it leads to 2 easy points for the Wildcats. Good run there by Oriole.
Defense turning to offense, and Villanova with their largest lead of the game at 6.
Like you said, Elise, defense leading to offense, getting through the paint, get deflections, and then Lucy Olsen pushing the pace. Oriole did a great job of running with her, and that's textbook offense. You can't ask for anything better if you're Denise Dillon.
Owusu slashes into the lane, and she will head to the foul line.
Piece of the paint. You know, Myron just told us that Coach Keeger wants more touches in the paint. That either comes off of post touches or off of the bounce. They've got to continue to attack that paint and put pressure on it. That's how you spread the defense out. That's how you find some weaknesses.
And a shot there of Jayla Oden. Great to see her back out on the floor. She left with a trainer at the 4:48 mark of the second quarter. So the junior able to return, just looked woozy, went down onto her knees with no contact. So good to see her back out there.
Well, you're seeing also Coach Keeger use her bench here. Oden off the bench. Chesky off the bench, right? Just more enforcements, more depth Penn State has, but it hasn't mattered. Villanova's done such a good job at getting to their spots. Bit of a rare miss from Lucy Olsen as she covers her face afterwards. A little bit of embarrassment. Because if you know Lucy, normally that's an easy 2 buckets.
That was a 12-footer that went 8. She's like, what happened? That is, again, she averages over 23 points per game, and she makes that way more often than not.
Yeah, that's where she lives, in the mid-range.
Chesky, step back 3, bit too strong. Runyon. Villanova offense is already about 6-7 passes, and then the cut to the hoop for Oriole. She is doubled up her season average. She has been a major X factor.
I think that's one of the best parts of Caitlin Oriol's game is her off-ball movement on offense.
And a carry. Dribble handoff, never handed it off, and gets caught with the turnover. So with 32-26
Paying attention here to Oriol here. Watch her off-ball action as this play develops. Good cut across the lane and an easy finish.
And that ball flipping sides of the floor twice. And they come away with a wide open bucket. So now Olsen with 9 points. Kicks it to Runyon. And she doesn't draw iron on the 3-ball attempt. I mentioned Runyon has been tearing it up lately. Leads the team in assist-to-turnover ratio and is known as a defender and a facilitator, but had a career-high 16 points in the win in this tournament versus St. Joseph's. 4 for 4 from deep. And Denise Dillon in her 4th year is excited about this WBIT run and what it's going to mean, not just in terms of getting some hardware this year potentially, but how it translates into starting off next year with some major confidence.
I mean, the goal for every team across the country is to play in the postseason. Yes, absolutely, you want to be in the NCAA tournament, but still to be here in the second best tournament that you can find and get a deep run, I mean, that's what you want. Postseason builds character.
And another turnover. Getting out and disrupting Christina Dulce, and it bounces last off of Allie Brigham, and you can see a little frustration there. Some uncharacteristic turnovers by Penn State.
Yeah, they just seem not in rhythm. Not like the ball is popping. They're getting an offensive flow. It just seems stagnant right now.
Well, Villanova's quick hands have really caused problems. I feel like Penn State's been able to turn the corner at times, get in the lane, and they just are coming away empty-handed. Oriol, why not? Moving screen, or she would have drilled it.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Dulce as she set the screen and then rolled, but took the defender with her. Good call by the referees.
Caitlin Oriol saying, man, you took 3 points off the board. Come on.
Come on.
You didn't need to roll, I had it.
Right.
So it remains a 6-point advantage for the Wildcats. Here's Owusu. Still can't buy a bucket. Back into the lane. Strong finally gets it to go. Owusu getting into the paint and finally having success.
Yeah, and then that allows Penn State to set up in their pressure. Maybe they just need to speed the tempo of this game up a little bit.
A little bit too much ball pressure by Mariah Murray, 5'8" redshirt freshman.
And off the miss here, she does a good job of moving without the basketball, cut right by her defender, and then finished inside. Could have been a little bit of an and 1-2, a little contact on the ball as she went up, but she went up strong. You talked about her upper body strength earlier today, and you're gonna need her to continue to do that, to continue to get high percentage looks.
There are not a lot of point guards built like Ashley Owusu. Here's Runyon turning the corner, the long glide with the left hand and in. And right back at Marisa running the floor, brilliant feed.
Now that looked like Penn State women's basketball offensively. When Ashley Owusu can get the ball, take one dribble, look up, and find a guard running, and then an easy 2, that is what their offense looks like normally.
It is our 8th fast break point of the game. It is a team that averages over 83 points per game. Olsen, hand in her face, all net.
Great offensive execution there. Love that they got a post touch into Dulce, and then she was patient with it until Olsen was open on the 3.
Owusu got a screen, left it short. Tracked down though by Pintu.
It's her second offensive rebound. She's done a good job of crashing the glass.
Marisa fadeaway jumper rattles out. Well, Villanova is shooting 41% to 27 for Penn State. Villanova's Olsen, ball in her hands. Gets it poked away, and then last off of her leg. So a turnover caused by the quick hands of the Lady Lions this yard dash. So the history in this place and the beautiful windows and everything about it, it's so awesome.
Well, I was walking around earlier, probably where Jesse Owens was running, because I was getting lost. I kept walking in a big circle trying to find the media room, and someone comes up to me and they're like, yeah, this lap, it's famous. You'll get lost. Jesse almost got lost too, but he just kept running too fast. I was like,
that's great.
I love when people tell you history about a building while you're here, working in it.
Now the 3 ball off the back rim for Maddie Burke. Let's get over to Myron Metcalf, who was just in the Penn State huddle.
Yeah, Carolyn was pretty emphatic with her team. She said, stop settling for short mid-range jumpers. That's exactly what Villanova wants for us, and we're falling into their trap. And that was the theme of what she was talking to her team about during that timeout.
Appreciate it, Myron. Yeah, the Penn State offense, again, explosive. They love to get out and run. They have been rarely shut down. They have just 10 made field goals so far.
And I think about yesterday and what she had told us she wanted from her guard play, and less dribbling, more driving. Said they want 20 assists per game, just 7 here. But they just haven't been able to find a rhythm because of this. They turned the ball over too many times to really establish a rhythm. Now 12 turnovers for the Lady Lions.
Telegraphing the pass, and again, Villanova comes away with it.
And they've been live ball turnovers, so the Wildcats have been able to score off of those, as they do here.
Big shot knocked in by Maddie Burke, the former Penn State Lady Lion, now with Villanova. That's got to feel good for the transfer.
Always a little spicy when you played your old school.
McKenna Marisa, ball in her hands, 10 on the shot clock, lets it go. That was gorgeous.
Hopefully that'll get Marisa going a little bit. She's up to 8.
She is 2 for 2 from deep. She's made 54 this season. 39% as a three-point shooter. She is nails when she's got that open look. Dulce puts it in.
Love that drive by Dulce. She relocated, flashed to like that elbow area, and then put the ball on the floor quickly.
Kapanis losing the handle. It was Oriole holding her ground.
Perfect defense from Caitlin Oriole. And then in transition, the shot fake. Oh, couldn't get it to go.
The flyby made her adjust. Couldn't make the 3. Kapanis now beating the defense, except for that lone defender, Olsen. Now she taps it away, and the walk called, but it will remain on this end of the floor. A couple of players putting their hands up, unsure of the call. But Penn State will have it.
Well, they almost picked up nearly another turnover there, trying to get the ball inside to Kapanis. This is a bit of a quicker lineup on the floor for the Lady Lions. You have Lavelle in as the backup 5, and then 4 guards.
Can't turn the corner on Runyon. Those long arms in the face of Marisa. The jumper rolls off. Oh, and after the O-board, the turnover. Too much mustard on it from Odin, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Villanova basketball.
Substitution for Penn State, number 10, Pintu back in. Replacing
Shania Pintu will be back on the floor. A 6'1" grad student out of Mozambique. long way from home, and she's found a home at Penn State after starting at Oregon. Down low, open and one. Megan Olbreeze, the 6'1" sophomore, taking contact and finishing anyway.
Really good ball movement here by the Wildcats. They tried to double Lucy Olson. She got it out of her hands quickly, and then Olbreeze on the cut and finish through contact. Nice left-hand finish. Yep, gets excited as well.
Well, 8 different Wildcats have scored for Villanova, so they have had balance. It has not just been the Lucy Olson show. Wide open lane and then taken away. Another block by Villanova. Olbreeze, the three-point play and then the rejection.
I love when players come into the game and make an immediate impact. She scores on one end, plays defense, and gets the block on the other.
So now the clear out for Lucy Olson. Trap comes, and the turnover. A 10-point Villanova lead. They have outscored Penn State 17-9 here in the third quarter. And at the end of the third, the 3 off the mark. And the Wild.
It always means something when you're coaching at where you played at, and just has done a terrific job last year getting to the NCAA Sweet 16. Back this year playing in postseason play. We mentioned that's the goal, and got our Wildcats in a good spot going into the fourth, up 10. Owusu absolutely was an offensive foul there. And Kaylin Oriole, how about the defense she has played today? A couple of blocks for her, but watch here, just takes away space from Owusu, and then she tries to use that off arm, extends it a bit. That's an immediate and easy call for our referee on the baseline.
Yeah, give Oriole credit, just standing her ground right there. And Villanova will take over. And talking about Denise Dillon, she said, hey, we know Villanova's a basketball school. Of course, what Jay Wright did, and she said she couldn't respect Jay Wright anymore, the 2-time national champ. What, 4 Final Fours with the Villanova men's program? And she said that's the expectation as Lucy Olson, the nation's 3rd leading scorer, connects again.
You're Penn State right now. 2 things to me are the most important. 1, take care of the basketball. 2, you got to find pace. They have to get out of this half-court slow. Oh my goodness!
Dulcie says, get it out of here.
Assertive here. Over here on the offensive end, though, Olsen gets into her mid-range game. That's where she is lethal. But then Dulce takes away all hope on that block.
That's one that makes you not want to venture into the paint for a long time.
Oh, got me out of my seat there.
And now she skies high for the defensive rebound. Villanova playing hard today. 10 blocks on that last one that was emphatic from Dulce.
And no, this is not a team that has a 6'7", 6'6" shot blocker. It has just been good defense, good timing, and anticipation.
Here's Kapanis up and under with a little bit of contact and finishes. Nice move. The one thing about Penn State, they are never out of a game with their pressure. This time, Villanova breaks it easily, though. And they will head to the foul line. It's Bryn McCurry, true freshman out of Sparta, New Jersey, that will head to the line.
4 subs coming in right now for the Lady Lions. So Coach Keeger not liking what she saw out of that first squad to start the fourth quarter, trying to mix things up a bit.
Penn State has a lot of depth. They will rotate subs in and out, and they'll probably need to do that because you would imagine now in a 10-point hole, they're going to have to pressure until they can pull this closer.
Now you have to think about the mindset, just not to try to get it all back in one possession. It's possession by possession, it's sequences. Can you score, stop, score? Then you cut it down to about 2 or 3 possessions. And then score, stop, score again. Just feels like, though, they haven't established any type of rhythm today on both sides of the basketball.
McCurry cannot hit either free throw. So it remains 10 shot clock. Kapanis. She will head to the free throw line, drawing the contact. And that's one thing Villanova's done well. They have not reached out, even in the lane when bodies are coming at them full speed. They've held their ground and kept their hands back and not drawn a lot of fouls.
And that's something that the Lions need to do more of, is get to the free throw line. Look to be on attack mode. Back-to-back possessions where Kapanis gets into the paint, seeing opportunities to score.
Not a lot of foul trouble on either side. There's 3 personals now. That last one going against Caitlin Oriole, who's been such a huge factor in this game with 11 points. And on the other side, the sharp shooter, Chetsky, with 3 personals. And that tipped away. Pinto saying that it was last touched off of Nova, but it will remain Wildcat basketball. Let's take a look.
Oh, yeah, very close. I could see that Lucy Olsen's, the way in which her hand on the follow through, she may have touched that last.
Cannot review until the later stages of the 4th quarter, so nothing they can do about that.
Villanova this year, the Big East prepare them to play against teams that press. Seton Hall, UConn, Providence. They're just not at all concerned or seem to be bothered by the press break.
Olsen with 14 points. She averages 23, kicks it down to Dulce, and now a big block coming by Penn State. That's Grace Hall, the 6'2" forward, making some noise.
Yeah, telling Dulce, hey, I can block shots too here. On the help defense, good rotation by Hall. Beautiful, beautiful block. And then the interception.
Taken away cleanly, one-on-one. Pinto jump stop and another rejection. 11 blocks, matches a season high for the Wildcats.
Oh, Maddie Burke here. Beautiful. Again, the timing, the anticipation, it has just been on point for every Wildcat here today. Beautiful defense there from Burke. And if you're Penn State at this point in the game, they're expert shot blockers, whether they were before or not. Today, right now, they've become expert shot blockers. Use a shot fake. Get the defense up in the air. Work smarter, not harder.
So Penn State down by 8. Just over 7 minutes to go here from Indianapolis. Kapanis. Tough take into the lane, and we'll head to the foul line.
Hey, it has been all Kapanis for Penn State in this 4th quarter. Seems like when they don't have anything, they give it to her, and she just makes a way out of no way. Crossover here, gets into the paint, and then draws the foul on Burke. Doing a good job of getting to the free throw line, being able to score while the clock is stopped.
It's really been a grinder type of style. This has favored Villanova. Penn State loves to get out and run. They press. They want to put points on the board in flurries, and Villanova just has not allowed them to do so. It's been a slower pace, which has definitely favored the Wildcats. Carolyn Keeger in her 5th year at Penn State, trying to turn up that pressure. Still plenty of time, but they're going to need to get something together. They've worked it down to a 6-point deficit, though. And a timeout by Denise Dillon and Villanova. Wants to make sure that her team, of course, the Indiana Fever with the #1 overall pick in the upcoming WNBA draft. So they already have their sights set on the nation's leading scorer.
And what excitement and attention has she brought to the game, but also others. Juju Watkins, an electric freshman. Talk about electric. That's another block from Grace Hall. She's picked up her defense here in the 4th quarter.
Penn State coming out and their defense doing work.
Just got it there on her fingertips. The timing from Hall was impeccable.
Olsen at the shot clock buzzer. Tough shot won't go. With the ball down 6. Penn State has been perfect from the foul line, and it has kept them in the game. They are 12 of 12. Kapanis getting into the lane. And spin, and the shot won't go, but tracks down her miss. Coach Keeger holding up the fist. Wants her team in that pick and roll action. Oh, pretty spin move and rejected, but this time on the arm. The foul coming against Christina Dulce. Nothing easy given up to Penn State.
Really like the nifty move here though by Oden. Nice spin move and then went up. Dulce, yeah, absolutely got the block first, but then came down on the arm. Good call by the referees. And again, seeing a little bit of a consistency here with Penn State getting to the free throw line. Now 12 of 12 is this team, and Oden is up for 2.
The largest lead for Villanova was a dozen, and that was with 9:25 to go in the fourth. They led 45-33. They have worked it down. It's a 7-0 run with that free throw from Oden. They are right there, nipping at the heels of Villanova. An 8-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes as Penn State right back in it, down by 4. Oriole has it. She's got 11 points in this game. She's been fantastic. Bodies hit the deck, no call. And now 5 on the shot clock. At the buzzer, denied. Now it's Penn State's defense really coming alive here over the last few minutes.
Really nice defensive rotations right there. So smart of them to double Lucy Olson. It was about 5 seconds left. They forced her to be a passer, and then Kapanis just on the rotation got the block. And Villanova, been some time since they have scored, almost 4 minutes now since they've had a basket. And then that has allowed Penn State, though, to score while the clock has been stopped on the free throw line.
You are absolutely right. There's Kapanis getting some room, quick trigger, and the mid-range was good, and it's a one-possession game.
The guards have done damage in the paint here in the fourth quarter. Lady Lions, they started to figure it out, got more access to the paint. They've either drawn fouls or got high percentage looks.
A 10-0 run by Penn State. Ball through the hands, and now on the sideline, it's a turnover. Penn State's defense has tightened the grip, and Villanova's.
Yeah, they just picked up their defense a bit. They were able to get stops, and then offensively getting to the paint. Kapanis has been a big deal with that. She's gotten to the free throw line, she scored in the paint, but otherwise, I just think that's been the key, is when they started to get stops and they started to have momentum offensively and got some good looks.
Campbell drives baseline. Hall in the lane. And a takeover and then a quick foul. So Villanova coming up with the turnover. Let's hand it over to Myron Metcalf, who was in the Villanova huddle.
Yeah, Denise said we have to push the pace. Ball movement is going to be key. We got to keep talking on defense as well. And then she looked at her team and said, we play to win. And this is a Disney Channel, so she said, we're going to win this game. There was some more colorful language in there, but she said we're going to win this game.
I like it.
I think that pace she's talking about is even in the half court. The ball reversal side to side. The ball cannot stick. It can't be stagnant. You have to move the defense, force them to rotate.
Well, you see it, teams get ahead by double digits, and they start looking at that clock and thinking time and score too early. And Villanova got this lead by playing lockdown defense and running out of some of the turnover opportunities. Got to continue to do that.
Absolutely.
So 20 on the shot clock for the Villanova Wildcats. Both teams in blue and white, so you can't say the blue and white of Penn State. Villanova in the whites. Olsen turns the corner, baseline jumper erased. Another block by Grace Hall.
I didn't know block parties happen so frequently in Indy, but now I do know. Both teams, Hall there, gets Lucy Olson on the pull-up.
Here's Lucy Olson, gets blocked at 2, says I'll take a 3 instead, thank you very much. And finally, a bucket, breaking up that 10-0 run.
Much needed bucket.
called by Penn State. Carolyn Keeger with 16 seconds on the shot clock wants to draw something up here. We'll be back in 30 seconds to Indianapolis. Villanova had been shut out for about 5 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Lucy Olson says, let me loosen up that defense, knocking in the 3-ball. Big shot.
Especially out of a baseline, out of bounds play. Nice execution there. Bench loves it. Again, much needed bucket and nearly a turnover for the Lady Lions.
Now, this is not what they drew up out of the timeout. 5 on the shot clock. Marisa in on the shot blocker. Does not want to challenge Dulce. And that ball out of bounds. Last touched by our head official, Billy Smith, going over to the scorer's table. Keisha Thompson.
To get the shot clock violation, but also of note too, Penn State had been winning and gotten back with this group on the floor, which is their subs. This is their bench group right here. Besides on the ball, they have played with their bench the majority of this time. And for that offensive possession, they had subbed back in their starting 5. They turned the ball over, and then Coach Keeger went back to her bench.
Once again, Villanova able to break through that Penn State full court pressure easily. It was Maddie Burke taking it and then getting it to Lucy Olson, who is fouled, and into the bonus. So Olson will head to the foul line on the 5th team foul from Penn State. And Olson, an 80% free throw shooter, not the one you want to put at the line. Knocks in the first. Lucy Olson, 23 points per game. Last year, averaged just 12 points per game. One of the biggest improvements in the nation, plus 11 points per game. She has been the go-to player and has been decimating defenses this season.
Yeah, Big East most improved player and so well deserved. Again, this was a team that went to the Sweet 16 last year, had one of the best players in the country, one of the best players we've seen in college basketball, truth be told, in Maddie Siegrist. And then Lucy Olson just picked up where she left off, and another crucial turnover for the Lady Lions as Chesky gets caught for the travel or carry.
And more subs onto the floor for Penn State to set up this full court pressure. Villanova has been smart with it. Mentioned Lucy Olson being so improved. How about her 18 points, 5 boards, 6 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks for the junior, number 3 in white, just continuing to stuff that stat sheet and give her team this advantage.
And that was crucial there as Odin picked up the foul, trying to deny Bella Runyon the basketball. You don't want to foul 80 feet away from your basket, and especially put the Wildcats on the free throw line here, and she was denying. Bella went down, and I'm sorry, but I just do not see contact there.
Well, and I think officials sometimes, when you see a team that's trying to press and get into a game late, they want a quick foul because you don't want it to get out of hand. People are trying to foul. They're not trying to foul yet. It's not that time.
Absolutely
so
not. No,
they just want to D up.
Yeah, I thought that was solid defense. I thought that was very solid defense by Odin.
Runyon heading to the line, a 4th-year senior out of Moortown, New Jersey. It's a little ice situation. She didn't get up there to be in rhythm. Doesn't matter, she nails it. Runyon this year, an 80% foul shooter. Only been there 26 times this season as the 2 head coaches look on. 2 really good head coaches. There's 4 head coaches here in Indianapolis that are top-notch. It was fun watching the practices yesterday and seeing them go through their final practices before this Final Four in the WBIT.
I completely agree. All coaches that know how to win, all women, a lot of them that have played at the schools that they're coaching at, just in a form of giving back and trying to win something in the postseason.
Kapanis from close range, it rolls off. Dulce controls the rebound, now tipped, but into the hands of Olsen.
Right place, right time there for Lucy Olsen. Was nearly a turnover.
Villanova with an 8-point lead, can smell it. Trying to close this out and play for the WBIT National Championship on Wednesday. Runyon tiptoeing the baseline, kicks it out, no good on the jumper from Maddie Burke.
And if you're Penn State, you gotta go a little bit. You gotta think about scoring quickly. You don't wanna rush, you just wanna score quickly. Good shot, good shot.
On the mid-range jumper, it's good, and it gives Penn State time to set up the press.
Expecting maybe a little run and jump action here from the Lady Lions. Want to try and get a steal.
Getting up there, trying to poke that away. One of the best defensive players in the Big Ten. And a timeout from Denise Dillon, the Final Four of the WBIT. We still have 1:49 to find a winner, and we'll be moving on. Kapanis getting her hands in there, coming away with a steal. And one with the left hand. No contact, just a finish. She went flying. Beautiful finish in traffic by Kapanis.
Oh man, she has been everywhere today. Just willing her team, trying to will her team to victory. 17 points now.
That was a gorgeous finish by Kapanis, sacrificing her body, twisting in the air. Four on the shot clock. Dulce shuffles the feet. And Penn State will have it. Kapanis keeping her team in this one with the steal.
Man, great defense here. Gets the deflection. And then here, watch the step through. Beautiful move. Finishes with the left, man. The degree of difficulty on that finish is high, folks. That was nice. And she deserves a breather. She is working out here today. Both sides of the basketball, and as a double-double with 11 rebounds.
Her athleticism is pretty special.
And the grit that comes with it. She's just out working folks on the court. You gotta think they gotta go back to her here. She's been so good at getting downhill.
Here's Owusu, their leading scorer at 18 points per game, and she draws the foul. She'll get 2 free throws.
Elise, ball screen action. Ball screen action with Ashley Owusu. It is just tough to stop. She's gonna get downhill. She's strong. She's gonna draw contact. Felt like we haven't seen her operate off a single middle ball screen all game until there's 1 minute left in the game, and then she finds success getting to the free throw line.
Caitlin Oriole has done such a great job today defensively. That time was in position, and her left arm came down to get that contact with Owusu. Otherwise, it would have been a really tough shot for the grad student out of Woodbridge, Virginia, Ashley Owusu. And another made free throw by Penn State. They have been perfect. It has kept them in this game. And another one made by Owusu.
Defense and getting to the free throw line in this second half is what really turned things around for the Lady Lions. Now if you're Villanova, can you take care of the basketball, get it over half court?
A 2-point lead for the Villanova Wildcats. Over the top, and it's a turnover. The defense steps up. Shania Pinto raising her arms to the Penn State fans saying, let's go. They were down by as many as 12 points here in the fourth quarter, and they have rallied.
And just unfortunate there for the Wildcats.
Villanova, their turnovers today have been huge. 19 turnovers, a season high, forced by that Penn State defense. And they might go to Leilani Kapanis. She has been huge. The double-double, 17 points and 11 rebounds, plus that timely steal in the last possession. Owusu getting in, no foul. And Dulce grabs the carom. And Dulce gets contacted, comes away grabbing her face. She will be shooting free throws at the other end. In a 2-point game, less than a minute to go.
Really good defense here by Oriole. She stays in front, walls up, does not foul. She fouled a play ago this time. She plays disciplined defense and allows her team to rebound and get fouled. Caitlin Oriole, just one of those players, everything doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but when you look back in this game, she will be one of the reasons they were able to pull it out. Both sides of the basketball, but really impressed with Oriole.
She's been fantastic. She scored off the opening tip, doing her job offensively, but there's a lot of guards that Ashley Owusu can just overpower, and that is not Oriole, who has stood her ground and has played really tough defense. And a free throw, a huge one for the 53% foul shooter. Not get a pair, Christina Dulce. You're just not a defensive player. That was clutch. Makes it a 2-possession game. This has also been solid, as Penn State has outscored Villanova here in the fourth quarter, 16-10. Kapanis, couple of defenders in the area. She has no room. Gets it to Allie Brigham. And then a whistle on the hold. And Bella Runyon, the 5'11 senior, doesn't agree with the call. Her first foul of the game.
Well, because if you're Villanova, you didn't want to foul. You wanted to play honest defense and just force a contested shot and rebound. But Kapanis went back into the post after she kicked the ball out, and just shows her versatility. We've seen her get downhill off the ball, use a step through, finish off of 2, get to the free throw line. But then on that possession, she decided to post up Bella Runyon, probably the best perimeter defender for the Wildcats. And then misses a free throw here. The first miss of the game for the Lady Lions. Crucial.
62% foul shooter this season. Will try to make it a 1-possession game. And she does. Good composure after missing the first. Gets the second, and now Penn, 23 points a game. She's got 18, also has 6 assists and 5 rebounds. So when she has not been filling it up, she has been distributing to her teammates. Can they get it in? Yes, they do. To Olsen, trap comes. They let Lucy Olsen get it back, though. Guarded by one of the best defenders out of the Big Ten. And Leilani Kapanis, great battle here.
Don't go too early. Yeah, now she's got the timing.
Doesn't use the screen, gets blocked. Kapanis ahead, and tipped last off of Jayla Oden. It is going to be Villanova basketball, and now the shot clock is off, and now Penn State is going to have to deny foul. Huge turnover.
Just tough game management here. They played such good defense on Olsen, 3 defenders, but then Kapanis just did not need to throw that. And then Oden trying to save the basketball, and it goes out of bounds here. Kapanis, you just didn't need to throw it. Timeout taken, draw up a play.
Now those long arms, the wingspan of Bella Runyon causing problems. Tipping that, and last touch by Penn State. Need to foul. They don't whistle it. Finally, they get a foul with 8.5 seconds to go. I think they were trying to foul, and the whistle didn't come.
They should have fouled right away. I think in this situation, you go
for Villanova, 2 for Penn State.
There were 10 seconds that went off that clock as they were trying to foul. That is a lifetime at this point in the season.
And the huge free throw knocked in by Olsen to make it a 4-point lead. So now that time even more important. This is the second. Leilani Kapanis grabs that board, and Penn State will advance. They're gonna have to go quick now. 7.8 points. Allie Brigham, the 6'4" senior, to throw it in, and right over the hand. She was looking for Kylie Lavelle, the sophomore, and just airmailed the pass. And you can see Carolyn Keeger giving her a high five, but frustrated, the execution just not there on the pass.
Yeah, no, just a bit too much mustard on it. And I'm so surprised that Kapanis was not in the game in that possession. I thought with everything that she's done in this fourth quarter, scoring the ball, defensively, I just thought she would have been in there. I actually was looking for her to get a post-up action on the block with the guard. I thought would have been a good look, but she was not in the game.
Down by 4, you can go 2 or 3. And now, same situation as what it was. Try to steal it, try to deny, and if not, you better foul quickly. Villanova, it has been their style of game here, 54-50. We cannot say enough about the defense of Villanova. This is 34 points below their season average. I want to celebrate with my team. There's 7.8 seconds to go.
Let's get this thing over with.
So now Villanova will rack it up with a 4-point lead. Get it in bounds to their leading scorer, an outstanding foul shooter, Lucy Olsen, who has done just about everything for her team today. And she'll have a chance to go over 20 points again this season. If she does, it'll be 24 games this year that Olsen has gone for 20 or more. I mean, that is filling it up consistently.
Just having a fantastic junior year. You talk about players who, in the offseason, grow their game. We talked about Villanova last year, Maddie Segrist. What's going to happen once Maddie graduates and go to the WNBA? And Lucy Olsen said, I'm going to step up. I'm going to be the scorer for this team.
And there is that 20 points for the All-Big East selection. You mentioned most improved player after taking over the scoring duties from Maddie Segrist, who was the 3rd overall pick in the WNBA draft last year by Dallas. And she knocks them in. It is a 6-point advantage for the Wildcats. You're right, this 50 points that they've given up, now it would be their best defensive performance in this tournament so far, but they have not given up more than 60 points in any of the games. 58 points is what they have been given up in this tournament. And they continue to just tighten the grip. And the block shots today were fun.
Oh man, this time of year, it is true what they say, defense wins championships.
And Villanova on defense right now, trying to close this out. Owusu, the 3-ball, yes, got it, had to have it. 5.3 seconds to go. A 1-possession game, the ball will be advanced. So Villanova gets into trouble here. You do see Jayla Oden with her back to the ball. We'll see if she adjusts, but you try to hit it off of the foot or the leg if you run into trouble.
Yeah, right, because at this point, they're not thinking that Villanova is going to look for a basket, right? And so she's going to double whoever comes closer to the ball.
They get it in, Oriole, strong catch, trapped, but a foul coming. And so Caitlin Oriole, who has had a fantastic game today, 5'10" junior out of Newtown, Pennsylvania, playing against the cross-state opponent, Penn State, and trying to cash in a victory for her team.
Coach Keeger doesn't have a timeout, so she's trying to huddle her squad while the free throw is supposed to be being taken.
Oriole, a 77% foul shooter on the season. Nails it. 4 points is exactly what Denise Dillon, the head coach for Villanova, was hoping for. This one's a bonus. Got it. Kapanis going long. Allie Campbell has it. Off the mark, and that'll do it. Villanova got it done. Tough down the